All right, look at a few arithmetic sequence questions. I've picked some questions from the worksheet here, question 6 and 10, and then question 19. I'm going to try to do it all on the TI-Nspire. You can obviously use formulas from the formula book to help you. So let's look at 6. Here's an arithmetic sequence, 23, 36, 49, 62. So it's arithmetic, of course, because we have 36 subtract 23 is equal to the same as 49 subtract 36, right? And that equals 13, which equals the common difference. All right, and it's called D in our formula book. All right, so D can be positive or negative. The sequence could be increasing or decreasing. So that's established, but now we have to do some fancy stuff to get which term of the sequence exceeds 100, 1,000. All right, so by algebra, we'd find the rule for the sequence, and then we try and solve it equaling or greater than 100,000. But with our TI-Nspire, I'm going to take these numbers and put them into a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go doc, insert a spreadsheet, and we go back. The numbers are 23, yep, so it's going to be 23, 36, 49, and 62. But we want an x variable, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So these are the n numbers, and these are the u numbers. And then I'm going to plot this on a graph, and I'm going to let the calculator fit the straight line through it. Now you can pretty much easily guess the equation. If this goes up by 13, then 13 times n would be the rule. 13 times 1 is 13, then plus 10. 2 times 13 is 26 plus 10. So the rule is times 13 plus 10, but we can confirm that by doc, insert a data and statistics, click, choose the n, 1, 2, 3, 4, click, choose the u. It's linear, it's straight line, and then we do menu, analyze, and we fit a regression, linear, and there it is, y equals 13x plus 10. Well, that's what we said, isn't it? So the u of n equals 13n plus 10. So we know what the sequence is now. So it's actually u of n equals 13n plus 10. That's the rule. And then what we need to do is solve this. And we need that to be greater than 100,000, right? So it's actually just a simple equation to solve by algebra. So from here we subtract 10 from both sides. So that would be 13n. And then I'll just copy this down again a few times. 13n greater than, oop, my bad. Copy, boom, paste. 13n, subtract 10 from both sides. So that's what, 99,990. All right, and then we divide both sides by 13. So this would be n would be greater than, and that would be 99990 divided by 13. Okay, and then we just do that as a calculation. But we can use our newly found equation. This is y equals 13x plus 10, so we can go doc, we can go insert, we can go to a graph now, and we can type in 13x plus 10. There it is, and now remember, Control T gets us the table of values, and look, we've got the table of values to help us. Now, obviously, it could be quite a long time, right, to get up to 100,000, and obviously this is not the way to do it. Okay, but that obviously gives you a table of values, which is good. One more thing I'm going to show you is that if we're trying to solve this equation, it's kind of an inequation because it's got this little guy here, we can actually solve this equation and then take it from there. So let's grab this, and I'm going to go and solve this equation. So we want to go doc, insert a calculator, and we can actually numerically solve any equation. We do menu, algebra, numerical solve. And we're going to type in our equation. We're going to solve 13n plus 10 equals 100,000. But I'm going to just change the n to the x because I've used n in my spreadsheet to stand for all of these numbers, right? So I'll do this one. So I want to solve this equation, but then I need to press comma and write down the variable I'm solving for. Brilliant. So 7,691.5 terms are needed to get me to 100,000. So basically 7,691 will get me just below 100,000. 7,692 will get me just bigger than 10,000. Okay, so that's the first one done. Obviously this equation here, if I copy and paste it across, type it in here, and we press Control Enter again, it's the same answer, right? So Nsolve lets you solve equations. It gives you one solution, but of course if you're decent, got a good understanding of algebra, you can solve that. All right, let's go to the second question now to find the general term U of n for this sequence. And again, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We are going to, the 7th term is 41 and the 13th is 77. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet here. I'm actually going to call this now maybe X and Y. And my 7th term and my 11th term. I think that's what it said. 13th term. So 7th and the 13th term. And we put our other numbers in here. 41 and 77. 41 and 77. Okay, so now I think I've already got a data and statistics sheet already in here. And I'm just going to go change this now to X and this now to Y. And look, it's already updated the regression line. So this is 6x plus minus 1. This is 6x minus 1. So if we go back to the question, the rule here is U of n equals 6n minus 1. And we can test that. Look, if we take 7 and we substitute in here, we do get 41. And if we take 13 and substitute in here, we do indeed get 77. And then the 11th term is negative 16. So let's go back to our spreadsheet. The 11th is negative 16. I'm just going to write over. Remember, you can insert a new spreadsheet if you want to keep all of this working out. And the 11th term and the 8th term is negative 11.5. The 8th term is negative 11.5. So the 8th term here is negative 11.5. And then if we go to the data and statistics page, click again, X to reset it, and Y to reset it, and we have the equation there. Negative 1.5x plus 0.5. So the rule is U of n equals negative 1.5n. Let's just check it again. Plus 0.5. Plus 0.5, and you can check again. Look, if 11 is the n number, and you substitute 11 in here and work it through, you will get the correct answer of negative 16. And if you substitute 8 in here, you will get the correct answer here.